And we're back. My name's Rambone, and today we're gonna be figuring out what the F is a drop duchy. It looks like it's some kind of Tetris city builder game, but let's take a look. Pop into the tutorial real quick. Sure, why not? Alright, so your duchy is under attack. In drop duchy, you'll need to progress through the map in order to reach and defeat 3 mighty bosses. During each act, you'll collect resources, upgrade your deck, and prepare your strategy to overcome the region's boss. Pay attention to your defense. If it reaches 0, you lose the run and must restart. We'll see later how you can lose and gain defense. To start your journey, select the first location. Alright. Got a little bit of like a Slay the Spire kind of map going on here. Peaceful region. No enemies here. Focus on resources. 50% grass, 50% forest. Okay. I like the presentation so far. Like, you know, the medieval art. Reminds me of Kingdom Come. Use the undo to revert the last placed piece. This might prove useful if you've accidentally made a mistake. Again, you can customize the undo button in the options. Alright. So we're going to go ahead and drop that. Alright. Each round pieces will come in random order, and you'll have to place them on the grid. Buildings collect resources if you respect their activation rules, so try to gain as much as you can. When you complete a line, you trigger an exploration. Each terrain on this line will grant you resources. If you complete several lines at once, you gain even more resources. So, it's basically Tetris rules. I'm down. Yep. Typical... I don't know what shift down is. So fall down was up on the D-pad. We can hit B to reserve. Okay. So, what does... Oh, we can click it down, yep. Alright. And then it's gonna lock. Looks good. Let's put that guy here. Just drop it. I like to, when I play Tetris, I like to reserve my big boys. We're gonna go like this. Okay. That will make a line. Actually, we're gonna go back in here like this. We're gonna go for a Tetris right off the bat. Why not? All right. Oh. We're gonna play like this. Uh-oh, now we're in a little bit of trouble. I could go like that, but that'll kind of screw me up. Let's do this for now. I want to get the first 4 lines, if possible. Alright, hang on a second. Wood Clearer, range 2, turns each forest into plains. Alright. Do that. Alright, so we got some wood there. We need another long boy, or an elbow that fits that. Let's mix the forest over here. Alright, we're gonna go like this. Pop this guy down here. Alright. We need a long boy. Might be the next one. Alright, here it is. We're gonna go for the 3-piece. It's not a 4-piece, but we're gonna do it. See what happens. Okay. Multi-exploration. Oh, they don't disappear. That's interesting. So... do another long boy. Alright, so you want to fill this thing in. They don't disappear. That's good to know. Turns each plane and range into a field. Alright. Let's do this. Alright, we got some. Alright, so it doesn't go diagonal. Let's go like this. Fill this thing in. Alright. Line is explored. We're gonna go like this. We gotta just start making lines where we only have 2 pieces left. And then we're gonna do this. So far, so good. I'm just missing that one little piece over there on the right. Let's do this. Looks like I can't get another line. Well, shit. Alright. So we did alright. We collected 92 wood and 144 grain. Wood clearer got 48. Alright, alright. Alright, round reward. After each round, you can select a new random card to add to your deck. Choose strategically and try to find powerful combos. Each card has rules explaining how they activate. Hover over the card to read the explanation on specific terms. In the upper right corner, you can see those cards are level 1. Their effects will get better if you upgrade them. See their upgrade costs in the upper left. So this lumber camp is a level 1, takes 150 grain to upgrade. It's production. It'll harvest 3 wood from each connected forest. Alright. Alright, so we can do that lumber camp. Herborist? Herborist? That's a strange word. Shouldn't it be like herbalist? Turn each plane in range into a forest and gain 2 defense. Alright. Each plane in range into a forest and gain 2 defense. Alright. So that could be good for defense. Each square counts as a field, and you gain 20 when explored. Alright, well we already have a lot of grain, and we're getting a fair bit of wood. Let's get this thing that can increase defense. It's got that range 2. Yeah, let's get that defense. Alright, so you've got resources. Visit the deck management menu to upgrade your cards and figure out which resources you'll need to gather next. Alright. So we hit X. Visit this menu often to check your current deck and the resources you should prioritize next. Select a card to upgrade with your resources or to sell it. Alright. So we need gold to upgrade the herborist. We need a little bit more grain to upgrade the wood clearer, and we need a little bit more wood for the farm. So we're kind of on track. We just need like 50 gold and a little bit more of the other stuff. So this one makes wood, this one makes fields, this one makes defense. Alright. So we're gonna go to the guild to obtain a building card. Get a random military building. Alright. Military buildings give you troops to fight against the enemy. Pay attention to the unit type. Each type has strengths as well as weaknesses, depending on the types of units they're facing. So it looks like arrow beats axe, sword beats arrow, axe beats sword. It's a little bit different than say Fire Emblem. Fire Emblem, they had like spear, sword, and axe. But anyway, we'll try and focus on this triangle. So bow beats axe, sword beats bow, axe beats sword. Alright. So we can recruit 3 archers for each forest. We can recruit 1 archer for each plain and 3 for each field. That sounds a little tricky. And for each plain. It's got a range of 2. Recruit 4 axes for each adjacent plain or field. Plus 15 axe if adjacent to at least 6 plain or field. Dang. These are very expensive to upgrade. Do I want... This is probably the easiest, right? Like 3 bows for each forest. Let's go with that. I don't know. This sounds like the big dick plays, though. 4 axes for each plain or field. Yeah, let's go for this. This might be crazy. 4 for each. Alright. Enemies ahead. The upcoming regions have enemies, so prepare your military buildings and select the region with terrains that best suit your deck. Alright, so we want plains and fields. So this one's 75% plain, 70% forest. So let's go with this one right here. For each round, you'll need to select which buildings you'd like to use. Take time to observe the specifics of this location and maybe upgrade some of your cards accordingly. Here you can see the type of terrains you'll be randomly shuffled with the building of the decks. Okay. And here's the enemies. So we got bows and axes. So we're going to be weak to the bows, unfortunately. Select your buildings here. Watch out, you've got limited number of slots, and not all buildings work on all terrains. It's also a good idea to select military buildings that counter the enemy if possible. Additional slots. To make life easier, you can spend your resources to unlock more slots for the rest of the run. Alright. So let's put that military building in. Okay. We're going to spend 50 grain to get our other building in here. The herbalist, to get that defense. Turn each plain into a forest. Alright. Gotta be careful with that, though, because we need plains and fields for this. So the herbalist would have synergized better with the bows. That's okay. I'm sure the tutorial's not going to be that hard. Alright, let's shuffle it up. Uh-oh. Enemy buildings recruit units too, so place them in a way that minimizes their effect. Oh, so we have to place the enemy buildings too. At the end of the round, you'll solve the battle by devising an attack plan. At the end of the round, alright. So they gain 1 for each plain and 3 for each field. So we're gonna want to surround this one with forest. And we'll put this guy down in the corner. Alright, so we're gonna put some Alright, and then what I'm gonna do is Alright, we're gonna reserve this rally point, because that's pretty important. 4 for each plain or field. Adjacent to 6. That guy needs to be covered by forest, so let's do this. Oh shit. Do I put the rally point down now? Yeah. Let's do it. Let's put it here. cover this guy in forest. Alright, turn the plains into fields. Range of 1. Alright, that's gonna go down here. A little bit of exploration here. Oh shit, that had 2. Alright. Let's go back this way. Get some more axe. Yeah. Okay, so you can add them after the fact. Their rally point wants plain and field. So this needs to go by forest as well. This is probably the best we can do. Alright, the wood clearer. Ooh, we gotta be careful with that. Turns forest into plains. Let's put this over here. Just because I don't want to clear that yet. Let's go like this to cover these guys off. I need another long boy. Or I'm not gonna get any. There, we got one coming up. Alright, so let's do this. And then let's do this. Alright, this one, turn plains into forest. Alright, let's do that. Got some defense. Can't go above 50, I guess. This is our long boy right here. Alright, now we're sitting pretty. Got 34 axes. 49 axes, because we got at least 6 with the multi-exploration. And then we got this one in the pocket for this. Yeah, we're not wasting any squares this time. Cooking. We're actually cooking. Lines on lines. Alright, let's do... probably only get one more line, huh? Maybe 2. Yeah, fuck it. Do this. Yeah, we can get 2 off if I do the swap right here. Too bad I can't go over 50 defense. Let's go like this. Look at all that exploration. Big O bang. Alright, well it doesn't let me keep the one in the pocket. So the battle starts. Now that all troops are in place, it's time to fight. Select groups in the order you want and confirm the sequence. When 2 groups of the same side combine, they add their forces. This is getting a little confusing. The new group's type is the type of the larger group. If both are the same size, the type is that of the destination's group. Alright. When 2 groups of opposite camps fight, they subtract their forces. Pay close attention to the strengths and weaknesses diagram. In a favorable fight, the advantaged group has plus 50% strength, allowing them to defeat a higher number of troops. Well, I only have 1 army, so that should be pretty easy. Alright, so it's showing like if I combine 10 axes with 35 bows, or 10 axes with 25 bows, it becomes 35 bows. 10 axes with 10 swords will equal 20 swords. Alright. The destination type. Alright. So let's add that. Let's have Axe's face, oh, so this is the destination. Yeah, let's go Axe versus Axe, because it's a fair fight. We're gonna be at a disadvantage against these guys. Alright, let's start the battle. Yeah, we got their ass. Alright, that's not that bad. Pay close attention to strengths and weaknesses in a favorable fight. Yep. Simply put, 2 strong units can eliminate 3 weak ones. Yep. Got 19 gold for leftover troops. Okay. Next. Got a bunch of resources. Leftover units give gold. It's good to know. Alright, so we have Garrison 5. Training camp. Spend 12 to each allied military building aligned with it. I don't know what shields are. Garrison 10, we can get swords here. Turn each forest into plain and recruit 3 for each. Alright, so that's good. I think we should get the wooden fortress. Alright. This is the final battle, 50-50. Let's see what kind of upgrades we can do. We do not have 250 wood to upgrade the rally point or the fortress. We do not have 50 gold. We can do the wood clearer or and the farm. So let's do that. That gives it range 2. Alright, let's upgrade it. That gives it more range. Let's upgrade our wood clearer. Turns forests into plains. Looks good. Alright, that's about all we can do. Let's see. Now that you've learned the combat, here's the final test. On this grid, there's more enemies, so try to recruit as many units as possible. That'll make your life easier during... Oh, shoot, we don't have another card. I might get rid of the Herborist. Alright, let's change the Herborist for the wooden fortress. So, this rally point is going to gain troops off of plains and fields. This one's going to train swords off of forests. So we're going to take that off and put that on. Alright. These guys are going to do bows, swords, and axe. So I got a little bit of everything. Alright, let's try it. Let's go! Alright. Use the reserve to temporarily set aside and bring it back later. Be careful though, at the end of the round, the piece left in reserve will be discarded. If you're not sure of the army's strength, it's probably best to leave an enemy in reserve at the end of the round. Recruit 8 archers for each adjacent military building. Let's put that down here. Feel pretty safe doing that first one. Try and keep the forests on the left. Alright, for each adjacent forest. Plains. We don't want to make this adjacent to that. Let's save this for now. Alright, let's get some exploration in here. This is my wooden fortress. Turn. Turn each adjacent forest into plains. Alright, so if we go like this, or like that, well, yeah, like this. We don't want it to touch that. So we'll go like this. And then hopefully we can fill in that gap of 2 with some more forest. Alright, that looks good. I'm gonna save that slot for... Alright, this one is... turns each adjacent forest into plains. So let's put this over here. No adjacent forest there. That's good. Turn each plain into field. Let's go back here. Let's do this. So this one wants to be by the plains and fields, so let's put that up here. Garrison 5. Alright. Let's go like this. We might get one more long boy. I don't know if resources matter after the run. Like if exploration matters in the final battle or not. We're gonna go like this. Adjacent fields. Yeah, so we want this guy like so. Or like this, really. That over here. I'm worried I'm not going to get a long boy. This is a risky maneuver. Yeah, it's not looking too good. So let's do this. I'll get us some more axe. Into a plane. Let's do that. That won't buff the axes over there. It doesn't look like we're getting a long boy. Let's put this right here. Yeah, we're not getting a long boy. Oh. We could go like this. He'll get a little bit, but we'll get more. Not doing so good on the exploration this time, but it's the final battle. Yeah, he's gonna gain 4, but I gained 8. There you go. We can finish this line right here. I think we trounced them. Got quite a bit of dudes. So Sword wants to fight Bow. It's all going to be in sequence. Let's take out the bows first. Then add the axes. Like that. That looks good. They all become axes. Axe beats sword. Boom. We got 61 dudes. Alright. Yeah, we did pretty good. So the blue shields are our units. So we can spend units to do a thing with that other building. Alright. Gained a bit of resources. Completed the tutorial. Now you're ready to start your first run and try and beat the game. Okay. So we have some missions here. Alright, so there's just a bunch of like achievements. Alright, the progress tree allows you to unlock. Let me turn a light on, it's starting to get dark outside. Every time you have crowns to spend, make sure you come here and click. Alright. We have no crowns. Gain free rewards, reroll for every 10 cards you've unlocked. Whatever that means. When explored, gain 75% of all the other exploration gains in this row. Alright, we need to get some crowns. Let's start a run. Should I go with easy or normal? Let's do an easy run. Alright, so you'll be able to select a faction before each run. For now, you only have the Duchy, but you'll unlock more as you progress. Starting deck, each faction comes with a set of starting cards and unique mechanics. There are many ways to play each faction and exploit their strengths. Each run is different. Faction quests. To upgrade the faction's starting deck and stats, complete their quests. So I have to turn 10 planes into fields. We have to explore 10 fields or more in a single round. And beat Act 1 with the Duchy. Increase starting resources. Okay. Well, let's see. We start with the Watchtower and the farm. Alright, so we're going to do the peaceful region. We got the guild. And then we choose a peaceful or a hostile. Wood depot, food depot. Trading fair. Trade resources for cards. One more hostile. Another round. Wow, this is actually pretty long. Damn. Serious business. A lot longer than the tutorial. Let's have at it. Alright. So that's what we're starting with. Farm, and then the Watchtower wants plains and fields. And these guys turn plains into fields. So plains and fields and bows is what we start with. Alright. Let's give them hell. Turn each plane into a field. Let's preserve that for now. Oh, I got a gamer move right here because I got that L shape coming up. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna swap into this. So this one wants plains and fields. We're not fighting anything though, so I don't think this one really matters. Do this. Good, cha-ching. Could play for the long boy. Yeah, I think we should do that. That long boy we have in reserve. So we'll go like this. Got another long boy coming up. It's only gonna be 3. You can get 2 more right here. Not bad. No gaps. It's got 140 wood, 158 grain, and oh, we still got coins for the military units, so it does kind of matter. All right. I really like the rally point for getting those axes. That makes a shitload of dudes. You get plus 15 if you can touch at least 6 plain or field. Obtain a building card. Get a random production building. Get a random military building. Let's get a random military building. So we already have the watchtower and the rally point. Could get this for options for making dudes out of forest. Probably do that. Avoid combat. You'll often have several paths ahead, sometimes allowing you to avoid combat and have a bonus peaceful round. Watch out. When you avoid combat, the boss gains additional units. Ew. Gross. I don't want that. So we could upgrade the farm. Turns plains into fields. That'd be good for the quest. I don't know if that's per round or per run. But yeah, we can upgrade this. Alright, let's go to the hostile so we don't give the boss plus 5 dudes. Take the rally point. We're going to spend 50 grain to also get the hunting lodge. And that's that. Getting the hang of it. Forget. I don't know what the alarm tower does. So let's just start in. For each enemy military aligned with it. For each enemy military building aligned with it. Aligned, I guess, means touching it? I don't know. Or does it just mean on the map? We're gonna put this over here. Alright, this guy doesn't fit in there. This way. Yeah, we're gonna put that right here. We're gonna get a shitload of axes. It'll be really easy to finish that. So that'll be 4 right off the bat, and we only need 2 more. Whoa, what the fuck? Oh, he gains 10 for every axe. Well, shit. That's not good. Let's finish this off at least. Let's do that. Yep, 39, that's good. And we'll fill this gap in. And then we'll go ahead and fill this gap in. We are going to get a long boy soon, so we could go like this. Yeah, let's go for the big dick plays. Reserve that. This is just a garrison 6. We'll put that over here. Shit, the strategy is gonna need... Yeah, there we go. There we go. Yeah, rally challenge complete. So we're gonna go like this. It's gonna turn plains into fields. Let's do this. I can only get 3 that way, but... Yeah, alright, so it's 4 out of 10. Yeah, that's fine. We'll just do this. Puts us at 9 out of 10. Alright, 2 axe and harvest 3 wheat for each connected forest. So let's do this. We'll start cutting some forest. Alright, for each plain and for each field in range. I don't think we need that many more soldiers. I really want to go for the big exploration. We could stick this here, though. Each plain and field. Yeah, let's stick it here. Alright, now we're going to go for the big dick plays. Right here. Boom. That's an achievement. Achievement. Some more bows. Yep. Alright, what does this thing do? For plains. Alright. Let's go like this. It's a multi-exploration. Oh boy. You just put that over. Well, go like this. Yeah. And then we go like this. Some more axe. Put this rally point in like this, so he's not touching any plains or fields. Cool. Yeah, we'll do that. Let's go. Yeah, like that. Oh, we gave him 4. My bad. I want to do that. Alright. That rally point with the maxed out field around it, this right here, is a shitload of troops. Alright, so Bow does beat axe. So I think we should go bow to axe to make 23 bows. Fight this. And add this. And then use it to fight this and this. Yep, so that makes 23 bows, so strong against that. 56. We got 32 troops left over, that's not bad. Alright, so that unlocked the wood clearer to start. Got a bunch of achievements there for doing our Tetris moves. Alright. Got a whole lot of grain. Alright, you can spend resources to change your reward cards. The price increases each time. Alright, it's 25 gold though. We only have 36. Maybe we should get the lumber camp. We also get garrison 10. Harvest 3 wood. Kind of need more wood, don't we? And we're kind of doing good on the... We don't need another farm. Got plenty of grain. Let's do this to get more wood. Getting swords would be nice. Starts with a garrison of 10, and then you can get 3 for each forest that you clear. Let's get the lumber camp. Alright, so you've completed your first challenge. Visit progress tree. Check out challenges regularly. By completing them, you earn crowns, which you spend to unlock more content. So that's how you get the crowns. You gotta... Let's take a look. So, do we have the town? No, we don't. Gonna unlock the town. Alright. Exploited lands, training camp, windmill. This is quite the in-depth thing. I bet the windmill is really good for food. Let's see what this is. Each square counts as a field that gains 20 grain when explored. And we can't see the windmill. Let's get this. Five grain for each connected field. Yeah, I'm not ready to get that yet. What's the training camp? Spend 12 units. Send 12 units to each allied military building. That's kind of crazy. I wonder if that's like on entrance or if it's just any time you drop a military building. Let's grab that. Horse stables. End of round, recruit 3 swords for each square between horse stable and the closest building in its row. For each square between horse stable and the closest building in its row. So you want to have a big gap, like horse stable on one side and a building on the other. Alright. So we can either do wood depot, that's good. We got plenty of food. Make a trade. Sacrifice a fraction of your defense to obtain even more resources. I don't know, man. Do we just lose 15 defense? I don't have that card that gets your defense back. But 400 wood is a lot. I think it's a bit risky. I'm just gonna take the 200. All right, let's check out the trading fair. So you can trade 210 food for 336 gold. We do have a lot of food. Could get a lot of gold here. The question is, do I even need gold? None of this stuff upgrades with gold, actually, so I almost made a bad trade. We need food and lumber. Alright, what are we going to upgrade here? We already have a level 2 farm. I like this rally point a lot. That's my favorite military building right now, so we should probably upgrade that. That'd give us 5 and then plus 20 as the finish bonus. Let's do that. Plains and fields. Could also trade a card, a level 1 card. Wood clearer. From your deck for a random card. I could probably do wood clearer. Could trade that. I don't really need to clear the wood. Let's try it. Got the orchard. Harvest 25 food and wood if adjacent to a production building. Alright. That's 150 gold to upgrade. Could be interesting. So we have hostile region. Peaceful region. We'll add 10 to the boss. 28 plus on the garrison. This one's 75% plains, which is better for our rally point axes. Alright, cool. Alright. May have a training camp send units to another training camp. Huh. Alright. Well, I think we go for the plains. We fight him on the plains, and then we don't give any units to the boss. See how we're doing here. Alright. 1 second. I just need to open up a thingamabob. Let's do that. Alright. Let's get back into it. Alright, so these guys have Mercenary Camp, which is Garrison 10, Garrison 9, eliminates 10 units from each enemy group in range. Range 2. Oh, so the Siege Camp has to be put far away from my guys. Alright, so they got 2 Siege Camps and a Mercenary Camp. Alright. Hunting Lodge. Might swap out the Hunting Lodge since we're not really going to be fighting in the woods. And then let's do probably Orchard. Alright. So we got bows and axes. That'll work pretty good. Plains and fields. Range of 2. So let's put that here. Yeah. Put the forest over here. The siege camp needs to be way the fuck over here. Let's put that over here. I don't know. Kind of like that, maybe? We can fit something in there. Probably easier to just do that. And then we'll play for a long boy here. Let's go like this. And a bunch of bows. If adjacent to a production building. Alright, so we need to get another production building out. We can put that here. Or we can put it here. Alright, here comes the long boy. Let's save that until we get that. And then we got the rally point coming, but we're gonna do the long boy right here. Big payout. Alright, this is another siege camp. It's got to go up like this. This has to go here. Wait a minute. We got this. Each plane. It's not a production building. Let's go like this. Yeah, let's do this. This has to touch the orchard for sure. So we put that here. Or we can put it like this. Yeah. No. Then the long boy goes over here. That's gonna finish that off, right? Yep, 50 bucks. Alright. This goes here. And then this goes here. It's about as close to perfect as you're gonna get. Let's do... Bow is good against axe, so let's do that. Then pick up reinforcements and fight these like that. Alright, we got 37 left over. Perfect. Looks good, man. Got a lot of food. Alright, what do we got here? For each building in its row. I don't have a lot of buildings, so I don't know if that's great. Militia looks good. Recruit 10 bows for each production building in range. So you can put that near production buildings to get bows. Now let's do that. Oh shit. Because we went this way to fight in the plains, we're stuck with this peaceful region, which is going to add 10 garrisons to the boss. So he's going to have 62 plus. Well, shit, man. That might be a little tricky. So we got another peaceful here. Alright, let's see what we want to upgrade, if anything. We can upgrade the farm, so it has a range of 3. Hunting lodge, yeah, we need a lot more wood. You can get a lumber camp upgraded. harvest 5 from each connected forest. That could be good. Especially in this next round. I think we should do that. Alright, so let's run. No watchtower, no rally point. Let's get the lumber camp. And we'll run the rally point still, because that will give us gold if we recruit a bunch of axes. We don't have any other productions. Unless we want to do this. That's for more military. Alright. Alright, let's go get some yields. We need big wood. We need big wood. I probably should have traded for gold earlier. Now that it's later on, I need it. But all right, so start like this. We're gonna reserve that rally point. Probably put this here so we can surround it. Oh, it activates on drop. Well, shit, man. How to do that. Okay. Alright, so it hits after the fact. Each adjacent, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, we can do this. Then go like this. Shit. I'm gonna go like this. Like that. Getting hella wood in this lumber camp. Go like that. Alright, that's an easy adjacency bonus right there. Juiced. So we're getting a couple of doubles. We're not playing too hard for the triples or the quadruples. Fuck it. Actually resourceful. Alright. Wish we had a block coming up, but we don't. Huge value from that lumber camp, actually. And no gaps, so pretty good. Looks like a fine town. Alright, kind of getting the hang of this. Alright, so let's look and see what we have for military buildings. These are good with plains. Hunting Lodge is good with forest. And we have bows and axes. We don't have any swords. We already have the Hunting Lodge. We could get a ranger base to connect to that. Collect 5 gold for each terrain square in its row. This late in the game, I don't really think we need to farm gold. We can get the ranger base, though, if we're gonna fight in the trees. Alright, so we could get food or gold. We have plenty of food, actually. 2 crowns. New mechanic, constellations. That sounds tasty. Use the power of stars to manipulate pieces during the round. Let's do that. Tax office for each aligned building. Alright. Might grab that just because we don't have a gold building yet. There's a shitload of cards here. Woo, look at all that. A wonder. Crazy. Alright, constellation menu. Equip a power of choice. Charge the constellation by placing pieces, then trigger its effect during the round to modify the current piece. Corvus. Alright. Change terrain piece into a random other shape of same terrain. Change the terrain piece into plains. Forest. Unlocked with the river in the progress tree. Ooh. Complete Act 1, 2, 3. Change terrain pieces into a mountain. Shuffle all unplaced pieces, including reserve. That's crazy. I think I might stick with this one first. Change a terrain piece into a random other shape. For when I get stuck. This is like if you need forest or plains. Let's go with Corvus. Gain 120 gold from the tax office, okay. Use each constellation at least once, okay. Alright. So what are we thinking for upgrades? Should probably upgrade our military buildings. This is 400 wood. 3 for each, could be 6 for each connected forest. Kind of crazy. This one's 10 for each production building. Could be 15 for each production building. That's crazy. We need gold though, for sure, right? Yeah, let's get gold. I don't really want to give up my defense. Unless I have a way of repairing it. We got another trader's fair before the big final battle. What do we got here? I think we should upgrade the militia base. There's also the watchtower. Could be 2 for each plain or field. What kind of terrain? I can't see. I could trade a card. I don't think we need this orchard anymore. Because I don't think we keep the wood and grain after the fact, but... Let me see if connect... Let me see though. If it's well, it's got to be connected to a production building. But we do have the lumber camp and the farm for production. I don't know. I think I'm going to do no trade. This is 50-50 plus 10. We do need to save some food though for... Hang on. Yeah, to get more cards. Probably could have traded wood for food. So we could do the ranger base or the militia one for each production building. So that could be really good. Because we have orchard, lumber. We have 3 production buildings. I think we're going to need... We've got axes, bows. Let's do the... do we have swords? We don't. What's he using more of? He's got rally point for axe, he's got bow, and sword. So he's got a lot of bow. What is strategic for each adjacent? So this has to stay away from the plains, this has to stay away from the forest. 11, 10, 10. So he's gonna have at least 20 bows. And bows are beaten by swords. We don't have any swords. But he might have a lot of axe, so we should get more bow. 3 for each field. This has range. I think we go with the watchtower just because it's easy to place and it's got a range of 2. I don't know. Yeah, let's try it. So we got... I could go with the ranger base. What is that? I could get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can get up to 21 if that's surrounded by forest. Versus this. It's range 2 though. I think it'd be easier to place also. Gotta think about that. Alright. Alright. Let's run it. See if we can beat Act 1. The Wall is a mighty boss that forces you to play compact. It starts with a massive group which will lose units every time the wall goes up in the grid. Okay. Pay close attention to the red zone. If any piece locks there, the round will immediately end. Damn it. Well. Alright, let's put their rally point over in the corner. And keep the fields and plains off of it. We'll go like this. No adjacency for you. We're just gonna do that. Alright, when does this thing move? Huh. That moved it up. Alright. Let me put this here. That'll be fine. Oh shit, I'm not gonna finish the rally point bonus. Oops. I kind of screwed up. Well, let's see how this goes. Turn each adjacent forest into a plain. Lumber camp. Harvest 5. Oh, we're going like that for sure. I don't know if we're gonna have enough dudes, because I didn't finish my rally point. Might be a little screwed. Yeah, I think we're a little screwed. I think I lose. Yeah, we're screwed. I mean... bows, beat axe. Well, couldn't be so lucky. I would have needed to finish the rally point and then not hit the wall. Yeah. But, you know, it is a roguelike, so... Oh, look at that! The defense saved me. Daring Duke, we beat Act 1. Plus 100 wood. Start every run with this faction with these bonus resources. Sick. I actually did win. Alright. Forgot about that 50 defense. I didn't know where that came in. I guess that's your buffer zone. Alright. I don't know why we're picking a card, but for each mountain, I haven't even seen a mountain yet. Act 1 boss defeated. Oh, this keeps going. Oh, shit. Well, I didn't know that. I don't even know if I want to do another act. That was pretty heavy duty. So, anyway, I think I'm gonna wrap up this this video. At least we know this is definitely like a Slay the Spire meets Tetris meets city building kind of game, and it's kind of cool. But yeah, we'll save Act 2 for another time. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Peace.